Welcome to a new interview in our INFOENERGETIC and INFOENERGETICS channel. Today we are glad to be part of Energyear Italy 2025, and it is a pleasure for me to talk with Alessandro Mercurio from Huawei. Alessandro, how are you?
I'm okay.
Come vai?
Tutto bene. Per adesso tutto bene.
Fantastico.
Good
well,
morning,
first of all, what are the main challenges regarding the technology to achieve the Italian goals?
So actually, I would say that artificial intelligence, which is today a very mainstream concept,
Yes.
would be really the key of the development of the technology. In Huawei, we have a motto. This motto is bits managing the what, which means that the software can manage the production of energy, the production of electricity. This is a key concept because let's imagine that in the near future, we can have some kind of software that integrated in your ecosystem, integrated in your house, can optimize the use of the energy, the consumption, the cost, and whatever. So let's imagine that you have a software that can predict the weather of tomorrow, or can predict the cost of electricity. So this can even balance the cost and whatever. So all of this kind of algorithm for even grid forming in the big scale utility or for O&M, so operation and maintenance, can help in developing the technology.
It's something that will help the people to make their electricity bill cheaper because they can be more efficient.
Exactly. So the way you're producing will be at 360 degrees.
Okay.
So we'll not just be receiving the sun, discussing about solar PV, of course, so receiving the sun and producing electricity. Will be, working in an environment where everything can be checked and everything can be optimized.
Great,
so
very interesting. Very interesting. And then what do you think about, what is your vision about the solar sector in Italy?
Well, more than a vision now, I would say it's a need. So in Italy now, the key will be to have a very clear and stable regulatory framework, especially for incentive and investment, because so far Italy has experienced a lot of changes in the kind of incentives that we have been receiving. So at the beginning, there was a Conto Energia that was a very big incentive for the new coming technology of solar. Then it was stopped. Now, recently, we have the FERX. The next year will be another FERX. So this is not creating stability for the investment because, to attract investors need to have a clear view of the market, a clear view how they can gain money, of course. And how can they work in the environment of Italy? We believe that a closer cooperation between central government and local government can even help in developing this kind of framework. So this is our...
So a stable regulatory framework will help.
Of course.
Right. And finally, obviously, what do you think about the necessity of the implementation of energy storage systems?
This the new topic, I would say. Trending topic. So, storage, one of the main critics that the renewable technology in general has been received. I mean, you can ask to all the people here, like that the renewable energies are not predictable, are not stable, that the grid can even become weaker and weaker. Now, and not now, since a couple of years, there is a strong technology. It is the battery storage. So battery storage, it's solving this kind of problem. And from a residential and commercial industrial sector, I would say that in Italy we are quite good covered because thanks to some incentives in the last year, like the super bonus, the penetration of the battery in the residential has been quite good. Now, coming to the utility sector, the point is that it's not anymore the supplier like Huawei or like the others which are pushing for the technology, but now it's the TSO, so it's the government that are asking this technology as strategical infrastructure. So it's fundamental because battery today are able to become part of the strategic and national infrastructure that can, of course, solve this kind of problem and will help even to decrease the price. So in some region of Italy now, the prices are going to zero. So no more revenue for the investors who are going merchant, I would say, so just selling the electricity at the price of the market. So if they can couple with a battery, so they can store the energy when the price is zero and then resell at night when the price is higher, probably they can lower even the average price of the electricity.
And are you having negative prices too, or just only zero?
Well, it's not like in Spanish market at this moment. So we know that that market, it's asking a lot from this kind of point of view. In some region of Italy, like for example Sicily or Puglia, Puglia, where there are lots of renewable, and when especially during the summer, there is of course a lot of irradiation. So there, sometimes the prices are
Less demand, so
less demand, of course. So all people going to the beach, and of course, in that case, there are some kind of mix of factors. It's not just that there are enough renewable.
Yes.
It's that less demand, probably during holidays, during vacation, but the price at the end are going negative. And if I would be an investor, it would be it's a kind of problem.
Totally understood. So Alessandro, thank you so much. It has been a pleasure to talk with you, and very interesting.
Okay. Keep in touch and see you soon.
Thank you so much. I hope you find interesting this interview, and if you want to know more about Huawei solutions, you can find company's link here below, and see you in the next interview.